9 minutes after 3 o'clock, good afternoon to you. John Mccomb on The World Today on CKNW News Talk 980.
I've only worked with him for about 30 years, so I'm one of the newbies here. I first came out of the interior and was working part-time in the NW newsroom, teaching at BCIT, and John was a star. He was working Monday to Friday, evening desk, the big news voice. But Sunday nights, he would work an extra shift for extra money. He didn't really want to work these shifts, but he needed the money. He wouldn't say a word. He would grunt for 4 hours. The guy with the big voice, wonderful on the air, would come out of the news booth and for 55 minutes not say anything. By about half the shift, he finally would warm up and start chatting. Well, eventually he chatted and became a famous talk show host that we all know and love.
John is a genuine, hard-working person who cares about other people. I've been touched emotionally by John's work over the years. He's a friend. He's a leader in sharing his thoughts, and I think he's paved the way to allow people to say what they feel, which is huge.
John Mccomb is without a doubt the most popular talk show host here at CKNW, and I say that without any problem whatsoever, but there's a very good reason why. One, he is a wonderful man. He is kind, he's generous, he's been an amazing mentor. I can always bounce something off of him, but most importantly, it's right here. Little of this, little of that, little of that. Maybe you need that. Maybe you need that. Who knows what you need? Whatever it is, oh, there's more. Whatever it is, you will find it in John Mccomb's pharmacy here, and that's what makes him such a great guy.
John Mccomb is an amazing broadcaster, but he's an even better person. He's a class act all the way, and he's such a pleasure to work with. And I had the opportunity to work with him a few weeks ago on a national broadcast, and I was blown away by his level of preparation for the segments and his level of engagement. And when he's on air, he's on. And he'll take you down. If you're a government official, he will hold your feet to the fire.
CKNW News Talk 980 presents The World Today.
It's Fight Back Friday on The World Today. If you're sick and tired of those high gas prices, I want you to...
CKNW Radio has been on a lengthy campaign trying to figure out why prices in BC are much higher than anywhere else in the country.
So we went back and forth between the Energy Ministry, the Finance Ministry. We got the Premier's head spokesman, Andy Orr, involved. We haven't been able to get an answer from anyone as to what's causing Vancouver prices in particular to be 15 cents a litre, 20 cents a litre higher than any other city in Canada.
The Harper government is either deaf to the outcry of Canadians over the treatment of wounded soldiers or simply doesn't care.
He really helps young people wanting to get into this industry become inspired and feel like they actually have a voice and putting in some sort of work that's being noticed.
It doesn't take long to find out that John is just a delight to work with and to be in the same office as, and to be in the same office with. He, you know, I think he's so great at stripping away the sensationalism of the stories and just getting at the really human heart of it.
Great guy to work with, great guy to work alongside, awesome talent. Forget about the voice is the voice. We all wish we had that voice. Great storyteller, and it's been a real pleasure working with John for over a decade now. I love kicking around story ideas with John, and very proud to be a small part of his show. John will understand this. No one else watching this will, but John, I feel like weeping.
You know what I love about John Mccomb? John Mccomb is one of those guys who's a complete pro, but my goal when I work the sports with him is to try and make him laugh, is to try and get him going, because he's contagious, and it makes it difficult for us to focus on what we're doing if he gets himself involved in a coughing or a laughing fit. So I love that, but in all seriousness, big congratulations to John. He's been a great mentor for me. He has taught me very, very much in this business, and I love him to death. He's always been a very big, good pro to me, and very, very good. So John, congratulations, and great honor for you.
John Mccomb. What can I say about John Mccomb? To start, I can't say anything without a glass of wine, so And he understands what I mean by that. So, a little glass of wine as I think about Johnny. And just give me a second here. Chateau yesterday. Beautiful. I'm here to share with you a friend that I've known for 25 years, a close friend. And I can tell you that John Mccomb is a fraud. John Mccomb is an imposter. And he's American. Now, the reason I say all of this is because clearly he's got the judges in his pocket. He's got something on the judges because a Lifetime Achievement Award this year was supposed to come to me. But it's gone to him. But seriously, John is a magnificent fellow, a world-class broadcaster. I congratulate him from the heart. Did he pay me to say that? Of course he bloody well did.
What can I say about John Mccomb? Incredible broadcaster, well-researched, gifted writer, gifted commentator, all-around great guy. At this event last year, he expressed some envy at my hair. That said, I'd kill for his voice. One of the best in broadcasting anywhere in the world. And I think also to be commended for his openness about dealing with mental health and with depression. I think he has made life better for a lot of people for doing that, and I think he really, really deserves this honor. Congratulations, John, and all the best.
In the old days, they called it a nervous breakdown. My mother suffered one of those, underscoring the fact that mental health issues can run in families. And to anyone who suffers from depression or thinks they might, there are treatments available. There is no need to compound the problem by being afraid to take advantage of them.
The last 10 years have been the best years of my life.
Wow.
And I think that's the key to this is you know, when we talk about mental illness, we know, we hear about somebody on the downtown east side, or we hear about somebody who's had a psychotic break and has hurt somebody. The fact is that 80% of people who have mental illness are treated for it and go back to work and get on with it. And that's what's happened to me.
I'm John Mccomb, and that's what I'm talking about.